This is Ancel FX2000 multi-system OBD2 scanner. So difference between this and classic engine code reader is that multi-system scanner will let you scan some other modules. Usually it is ABS, transmission and airbags. In some cases maybe even some other modules. I got it for free from Ancel to make a review. So thanks Ancel for sponsoring the video, and now let's take a look at what it can actually do. Okay, I will go ahead and try this on my Punto. Let's connect the cable to OBD port and scanner will start automatically. You don't have to charge it, it runs directly on your car's power. So when you first time use it, you can go to settings, you can change the language and select if the scanner should beep or not. Also change your unit of measure, so metric or imperial system. And then you have this help tab. I mean, this is pretty useful because you are getting a lot of information, especially if you are new to automotive diagnosis. This will help you a lot. So you have DLC location, it will show you possible locations for your OBD port. You have DTC library, so you can also look up different trouble codes. Check it out, for example this P0300 random misfire. When I press on the help tab, it will give me complete description of the code. Then you also get description for all the live data. This is very useful because when you are starting to use OBD scanners, you can get confused about live data. And in this tab you have explained all of them. For example, short-term fuel trim, and you get full explanation. If you don't understand any of the engine data, you simply go to this tab and you have full explanation. And then you get some basic stuff about OBD, but I think you already know that. So now let's go to the most important tab, and that is diagnose. Now you have three options. You can use OBD2, this works like basic code reader. Then you have this scan, which should be able to scan some more control modules outside of the engine. And then you have this review tab, so if you record fault codes or any live data, you can then watch them later here in this tab. So first let's check out the global OBD. It will search for correct protocol. Right away we get monitor status, so we can see that we have check engine light on, we have some fault codes, and only one of our readiness monitor is completed, so engine doesn't look to be in good shape. So this works like any other code reader. You can read faults only from the engine now. We have code for our oxygen sensor, we have code for vehicle speed sensor. Then I could erase these codes, but I don't want to do that right now. You have IM readiness, so status of your emission and exhaust related systems, which on this car most of them are incomplete. Car isn't in good shape and I would probably won't be able to pass state emission inspection now. Then we have the live data stream. These are data only from the engine since we are using the basic code reader mode, but since we have better screen, it is way easier to look at them than on classic engine code reader. And what you can also do is display this live data in graphic value. So for example, let's check intake, manifold, absolute pressure, and maybe absolute throttle position, so you can see graphs without me having to start the engine. I think you can select up to 3 different values. Now I have 2. Check it out when I press on the pedal, we should see some change. Let me zoom it in a little bit. Now I press the pedal and it should go to 100 obviously. Press it down and we have 100. Now I let go and we have 0 again. So you can watch engine live data on this bigger screen. All the features here same as basic engine code readers, nothing is really different. But now let's try to access different control modules other than the engine. So I go to this scan, select Fiat. Now I have to find Punto. This is a little bit annoying that you have to scroll to find something, but at least you can scroll. If you press right, it will scroll whole page. This is Punto 188. Let's try automatic. Now it should detect all control modules we can scan. It found 3 different modules we can scan. ABS, magnetomarelli, this is engine control module. We did previously scan the engine, but scanning it here should be a little bit different. I mean, we should still see the same codes. We have the P0135 and P0500, but now we should see even more live data than in global OBD. Let's open the engine live data. See, with the global OBD we had only, I think, around 20 values, but when we did this multi-control module scan, now in the same control module in the engine we can now read 51 different live data parameters. So even for the engine we are getting more data with multi-system scanner like this than with traditional code reader. And now we can also access different modules. For example, we can go to airbag, and for all control modules it can scan, you can have vehicle information. This should be some number for control module. You can read codes, clear codes in that module, and also read live data just for that module. So this is for airbag. When I go to live data, we can see completely different set of live data. These are live data only for the airbag control module. Okay, so that was Ancel FX2000. I mean, I was able to scan more modules. Even when I scan engine module with this, I get more live data than with classic code reader, and in addition to that I got option to scan my airbag and ABS modules. Scanner like this also got free lifetime updates, so you don't have to pay any subscription, and it can be great upgrade if you are using just basic code reader. With this you will be able to scan a little bit more modules. It's still not bidirectional scan tool, you won't be able to do bidirectional test, advanced procedures or access every control module, but it is nice little step up from classic code reader since you will be able to work with more modules, especially the airbag and ABS. If you want to check it out or even buy it, you can find more information about it on Amazon. I will link it in description.